Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Anah. I'm back with another video. The title of this video is called Draconian Laws. Pretty much going to get into the fact that a lot of laws are starting to be passed regarding censorship and control and basically the squeeze that's coming, you know, just around those things, censorship of the word, uh, independent media, different laws and different things that's going to ultimately lead to the famine of the word and the um the elect of Israel, some of the men being prosecuted for the word, and their brothers coming off the street because that's what I see what's going on with all these different laws that's rapidly been passed that has been in place for a while, but now are starting to show their teeth. These different laws that the governments are passing. So we're gonna get into that a little bit. Probably a quick video. Not too sure. We'll see what happens. I have pulled up here redacted. This is the page. No prophecy or anything. I mean, nothing relating to the Bible that I know about. This guy doesn't open the Bible or anything like that, but he does bring out information regarding what's happening in the world. And of course, it's the job of the prophets, starting with GMS Elder Apostle Tahar on down, to bring out the prophecies according to the Bible, filtering what this guy is saying through the Bible and things like that. So that's what I'm gonna do today, right now. Anyway, I'll play the video.
Show. I don't feel like we have to, we have to maybe watch a few of our words. Otherwise, we'll get censored. There was a time, obviously, during COVID where we couldn't say things like ivermectin. If we even said the word, our show would be like blocked, which was crazy. And we've got a staff of people here, so we have someone to keep our show on the air. So we'd have to like say code words like that medicine that sounds like schmectin, and things like that. But anyway, I just think it's an interesting. We're entering into an interesting time right now. This idea between legacy media and new media.
And these people have something to hide, and they're worried. Just like Elder Yashawamba says, they have lost control of the narrative. A lot of information is coming out about them, and we're having to use code words for things like um, the Maxine or the thing that happened in 2019, and the different pestilence, right? And it's like, okay, well, this is a world problem, right? We're all under a situation where people are dying and there's a pestilence. Why are we not coming together trying to figure out what's wrong with this and talking about it? That's because the real elite are hiding something and they don't want people to know about it, and people are finding out about it because they have lost control of the narrative because of, I mean, first and foremost, the prophets on the streets, through the Holy Spirit giving us the information to filter out things and speak things according to knowledge, which is the Bible. But then secondly, different little people around the world talking about it also. So they don't want these things being mentioned because it goes back to them being the blame for certain things, and they're losing power because people are losing trust in them.
Media, and then what is truly independent media. And I think you're going to see a lot more discussions about that in the coming months. But all right, let's talk about guns, shall we? Well, Joe Biden has long told us, no, we don't want to take your guns away. We're not going to take your guns away. I'm not that kind of president. But that's, of course, a bald-faced lie. Yes, they do want to take your guns away. In fact, the Justice Department just announced a sweeping new program called ERPO. ERPO. Sounds like a hall monitor. Oh, there's ERPO again, telling you what to do. ERPO will let them label anyone they want as an extremist. So if you're labeled as an extremist by ERPO, then they will take your guns away and they will allow family members to report one another so that they can come and take those guns away as well. This is through something called the ERPO laws. So it's our National Extreme Risk Protection Order is what it's called in the resource center. And it sounds like it's a ton because it actually is. It's a bunch of garbage, actually. So here's their National Extreme Risk Protection Order Resource Center.
All right. So, as you can see, I got my information from this video here. You can check this guy redacted out, get some information on here. But if you want you want this filtered through the Bible prophecies, you have to watch the prophets starting from Elder Apostle Tahar on down. GMS, search it up on YouTube, you'll find it. Anyway, let me get what I got here. So my thing or my point about this is if you look at this, this is from June 7, 2021. Community for Extreme Risk Protection Order. That's where they get ERPO, ERPO from. Excuse me. Model legislation, right? So they got this stuff printed out, already written out, and things like that. That's pretty much what I want to show from here. Get a scripture, craft the council. Could have got that Psalms 83. We just read it from right here. No thanks. Psalms 83, 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Also another one, I believe it's I think it's Psalms 28. We'll get probably Proverbs 28. If it's not that, then I'll search it up. Nope. Let me see, where is it at? Ezekiel 28, 3 and 5. We'll get it in the blue letter. All right, so Ezekiel 28 and 3, it says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. It says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, thou hast increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So basically, the point is, this is talking about Babylon the Great, Esau, Edom, and how wise they are. So along with they have taken crafty counsel, and in their crafty counsel they are wise. And what I'm pointing out is that a lot of these laws that we are seeing starting to pop up now in the end days, you know, the end of the end days, these things having dates, back from way back when, meaning, through their councils they have prepared for these times, and them knowing that they have a short time and them laying out their crafty counsel and planning everything. Now they're bringing these things out, as things are heating up, as the prophets are out on the street, bringing out the word, as different people around the world are speaking on different things, which I got the scriptures lined up and they're all tied together once I bring those out. But that's what I see. I see, like I said, okay, so like I said, we got June 7, 2021, and it could have went back even further. I actually don't want to read none of this. You guys can have the website right there, U.S. Department of Justice. Going into it, I'm gonna read this part right here. The one guy that from redacted. Anyway, John Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solution and Department of Justice Bureau of Justice Assistance Launch ERPO.org, a hub for extreme risk protection order resources. So now's the time. They planned it up, and now they have made a website. See, March 25th, 2024. The Center of Gun Violence Solutions at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health has launched a national ERPO Resource Center website, a comprehensive online resource dedicated to supporting the implementation of extreme risk protection order laws across the United States. So they're just coming in with these draconian laws, draconian measures, giving the squeeze to Babylon the Great, the inhabitants and citizens. The Center of Gun Violence Solution at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health has launched a national ERPO Resource Center, a website, a comprehensive online resource dedicated to supporting the implementation of extreme risk protection order laws across the United States. It says the ERPO.org website officially launched March 23, 2024. So this is something they had in the works already, but now they're officially launching it. Vice President Kamala Harris announced a new resource at a press conference at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, the site of mass shooting that left 17 people dead on February 14, 2028. So, and that's another thing with all these shootings that has been going on around the United States and them talking about guns, 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 trying to take the Americans' guns. And we understand part of the reason that being is because they are sending in migrants through the borders. That's why your borders are open. The borders of the United States are open. They are sending in migrants coming in for what's called Jacob's trouble, like a time never seen before. Let's get that. I believe that's Jeremiah 30. I'm just trying to find it. Let me see if I got it in. Let me search it on Google. I don't want to just waste time trying to read through it. Seeing it right there. Okay, right here. Sorry, Jeremiah 36 through 8. Let's get an NLT. And we just start from 1. Jeremiah 30 and 1. The Lord gave another message to Jeremiah. He said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Write down for the record everything I have said to you, Jeremiah. For the time is coming when I will restore the fortune of my people of Israel and Judah. I will bring them home to this land that I gave to their ancestors, and they will possess it again. I, the Lord, have spoken it. This is the message the Lord gave concerning Israel and Judah. This is what the Lord says. I hear cries of fear. There is terror and no peace. Now, let me ask you a question. Do men give birth to babies? Then why do they stand there, ashen faced, hands pressed against their sides like a woman in labor? In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. Yet in the end, they will be saved. The elect will be saved. For in that day, says the Lord of heaven's armies, I will break the yoke from their necks and snap their chain. Forgive Foreigners will no longer be their masters. Right? And that day is coming, where after Jacob's trouble we will save. But the time of Jacob's trouble is coming, and it's going to be a time like never seen before. Jeremiah 30 and 7 says, For last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And once again, that will be the elect. The elect will be saved out of it. And you two-third niggas is gonna get destroyed. It's gonna be pain. Which, the elect will feel some type of way. We'll go through some things, but the Lord will be with us. But anyway, we understand why the borders are open for the migrants and secret agents that are sneaking in, for whenever they're ready to set that thing up according to the Lord's will, things can hit the fan. So, that's why the shooting was happening and why I think they might be trying to take the guns away from American people. But as elder brother One Gabar said in one of his videos, that the sword was given to Esau as one of his blessings, right? So ain't no way they can possibly take all the weapons away from the citizens, but they will try, probably. Anyway, with ERPO laws enacted in 21 states and the District of Columbia, ERPO.org will serve as a vital tool for law enforcement, policymakers, medical professionals, and concerned citizens nationwide. And it's just a squeeze. These are things that they're squeezing on American people to, just have them in disarray, just confused all over the place. Order out of chaos, right? They want chaos and just different things. People upset, willing to, uproars, civil wars and things like that because of these different laws. ERPO.org is part of a 4-year, 2 million cooperative agreement between the Center for Gun Violence Solutions and Department of Justice aimed at providing training and technical assistance for courts. None of these laws are for the people. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 11. Um, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith." And the prophets are here prophesying to the world. All right. So even you, you know, you Edomites, peons out there, you lesser Edomites that's out there speaking and talking, this is for you too, because the elite who run the world, they want to kill off a lot of us. A lot of people they want to kill off. That's what Bill Gates has said. The economic forms, Cotton Swab, they're all speaking about killing off a whole lot of y'all to bring in their new world order. So even though they come with, oh, this is this is for you, this will help you, this is a anything will help. It's not for help. Like I said, it's for the master plan. We just read they have taken crafty counsel, and they're so wise and they're so smart in their crafty counsel. These plans are implemented just for their new world order. That's it. Their whole thing has been about bringing in new world order. So nothing they're doing is here to help you. It's all bad for you. It says this grant underscores the federal government's commitment to evidence-based gun violence prevention initiative. So basically, with this these laws that they have passed, and now this new website that they have brought up, basically, excuse me, sorry, as the guy in redacted said, if they label you as a extremist, that you're some type of harm, they can take away your guns, or they can limit you from buying guns. They're allowing people to snitch on you, and this law can this law can turn into something else because it got the extremists, and at one point they're trying to label the Hebrew Israelites, the men of the Lord, extremists, right? By censoring the word, by bringing up laws and different things upon us. Excuse me. All right, let me make sure I'm back still. All right, everything is good. Anyway, so yeah, they're just bringing these laws up because at some point it's all going to turn bad, and they're going to put the squeeze, they're going to shut down media, they're going to shut down people from doing different things, and that was pretty much it. And like I said, these laws has been implemented way back when, and now they're just coming to the light towards the end of things when everything is shutting down. So I got here pulled up draconian because that's what they're coming with. They're coming with draconian laws. It says of laws or their application is excessively harsh and severe. It says the Nazis destroyed the independence of the press by a series of draconian laws, and that's what's happening. They have lost control of the narrative, and they're bringing in laws to suppress and basically, and that goes into the law they had in Canada. Oh, they also got what we got right here, Georgia, Utah. I think it's Utah. I know it's Georgia. Can't even spell Georgia. What was the law? Oh, let's see. Talk about the Bible. It was like Matthew or something they can't talk about. Let's do Georgia Bible. Here we go. South Dakota and Georgia criminalized key Bible teachings under anti-Semitism laws. Anti-Semitism laws. New legislation. We just read that over here about these legislations, right? I can't really say that word. Enacted in South Dakota and Georgia has criminalized important Bible teachings under the guise of protecting Jews people. I don't even know if I can say that word. That's how crazy it is because they got to be hiding something and you can't talk about them. What are they hiding? I mean, it must be linking them to something that they don't want people to know about. What's the whole what's So they signed a new bill into law codifying for state purposes the International Holocaust Remembrance Association. Man, okay, so this is the Bible verse that they banned for Georgia and what it was, South Dakota, right? Yeah, right. Matthew 24, when Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. It said, then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. So basically, the Israelites, the real Israelites, the true Israelites, not these fake Jewish people over there in Israel, that's our land, um, they're saying that this can't be taught because it's talking about them. And this is just a squeeze. This is just one part. They're now banning one part of the scriptures in two states. So we already know this is gradualism is gonna continue and continue and continue, right? And those are draconian measures. Let's get the scriptures. Joel 2:28. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And we have that a lot going on. If you're paying attention, if you're watching the prophets, if you're on the pages of GMS, and you're watching the brothers, some of them brothers have dreams, and their children, and their daughters are prophesying and different things. And what I wanted to say is, it says, and and it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And that's why you have a whole bunch of people doing independent media, and they're just speaking of what's happening in the world. Because let's see which one is it. I think it's 47.
Yeah, okay, we'll get it right here. Isaiah 47 and 5, it says, Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. That's one. Let me see. Let me see. You lift up thy skirt. We get Nahum. Let's actually get because Jeremiah 13 and 26. It says Jeremiah 13:26. Therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear. I have seen thine adulteries and thy nayings, the lewdness of thy whoredoms, and thine abomination on the hills and the fields. Woe unto thee, O Jerusalem, wilt thou not be made clean? When shall it once be? And we understand that these things also will turn on Esau, Edom, double unto her. The cup shall also go unto her. They shall also drink unto the cup, as the scripture says. So basically, and it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Babylon is being, revealed. All the secret things, all the dirty dealings that they're doing, how wicked these people really are being revealed through all the people on earth. And that's why they're passing these draconian laws, trying to stop the message from going out of basically their secrets. It says, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered, for in Mount Zion and Jerusalem shall be deliverance. And that is Israel, the elect of Israel in these days. As the Lord hath said, in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. He's calling that elect when he comes. The 1/3 and the great multitude. 2/3 will be destroyed and the heathen will go into slavery. Um, so yeah, that was the point with that. And we are seeing signs and wonders and things like that in the moon and in the stars. We also have April 8th coming up. April 8th, the eclipse, solar eclipse. Psalms 94 and 20. It says, Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yet, Lord our God shall cut them off. So basically, it says, Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? So they're framing mischief by a law. It says they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood through their different laws. Woe unto them, Isaiah 10 and 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and the right grievousness which they have prescribed, right, according to the laws, the draconian measures, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, right? So they're coming up with all these different laws um, against the people, which is grievousness. We're not being able to preach certain things in the Bible because there are different laws. We can't say certain things because there are different laws that they're trying to pass, which are draconian measures, which is a famine of the word also. Amos 8 and 11 says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So that's what's happening with these laws that are steadily being passed day by day. Like I said, it seems like these laws were written way back when, and now each week there's a new law coming out. That's a draconian measure is about not being able to speak or not being able to do different things. Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, and my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the wicked. I'm sorry, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? And some of the snares that they have laid are these different draconian laws that they have written back aforetime. And now, they're being enacted right now. They're being established now. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. This is, going into how they search, in their crafty counsel and how deep they think and things like that. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. Even Esau Edom is making his own tongue to fall upon himself. And different nations are seeing it. Different nations are mad at Babylon the Great. I was watching a redacted video, and then they was talking about a ceasefire in Gaza, and the only nation that said, "Nah, we not gonna do a ceasefire," or that they esteemed was Babylon the Great. And the dude was going into how it was embarrassing, basically. So the nations see that this place is not tender and delicate, that it's not great. I think I wanted four from here. Right. And this is also why they want to put a famine of the word, with these different draconian laws. Like I said, this is one law that can turn into something else, that can turn into something different, because we know the real threat are the prophets. And anything that they're doing right now, the prophets are a direct threat to the new world order. So these laws that are coming out about now is mainly going to turn into uh you know a weapon on their side against the prophets from being able to teach, speak, be on the corners and things like that. But it's all the Lord's will. This is Second Corinthians 10:1. Now I Paul now I Paul myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Yahushua, who in presence am base among you, but being absent am bold towards you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some which think of us as we walk according to the flesh. And this is a letter that Paul's writing to the church of Corinth. He's basically explaining why he's bold in his speech, but he may seem base to them when he's in present. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of the strongholds, casting casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. So that's basically what we're doing with these words, with these prophecies, these epistles, these letters, these videos that we're bringing out against Babylon the Great, prophesying the downfall of their kingdom and establishing what the words of the Bible say to the people, to the nations, to the two-thirds, to everyone. And that is why they're coming with these draconian laws that are going to ultimately bring in the famine of the word, and bring the squeeze. So with that, I hope you guys got some edification about what's going on, the scriptures and everything. With that, I want to say shalom.